If you have any goals in your life, if you want to go far in this life, you have to have discernment. You have to know who to trust, who not to trust, when you're receiving signs or messages from God, when it comes to certain people, when it comes to being at the right place at the right time, knowing what levels of tolerance you have to have when it comes to dealing with other individuals. What boundaries are you going to enforce or assert for yourself? Because boundaries are for you. When someone crosses them, you have to assert them. When someone's disrespecting you, when people are going against you, right? It's okay for people to go against you, but is it okay for them to bully you, harass you, degrade you, make you feel inferior? Absolutely not. So when those lines are crossed, what do you have to do? How do you stand up for yourself in those positions? As well, when it comes to boundaries, it's important to have boundaries with your phone and other people. It's important to have boundaries with other experiences towards other things or other proclivities or desires that you are tempted to engage in when it comes to your flesh. You have to have boundaries to these things. You have to cut the cord and tame the desires of the flesh, because if you do not shut these things out, if you do not cut the cord, these things will consume you. You know, I heard this metaphor: sin is like a lion, so you cannot tame a lion or else it will kill you, or it will kill other people. So a lot of these things, you have to have boundaries when it comes to you cutting these things off, to where you're not going to overstep these things so that they don't hurt you or other people. And that's why in this video, I want to teach you that increasing your discernment, increasing your boundaries, and what those things look like and what to tap into is so significant within your life. And this is actually going to propel you further on and advance you into the desired reality that you want. Hello, you guys. My name is Naika Griffin, and in this video, I'm going to teach you having discernment, having boundaries is really important. As well, if you want to know a little bit more about discernment, you want to know a little bit more about boundaries and guidance, you can actually check out my book, Echoes of Wisdom. The link is in description down below and also in my bio. So within this book, I share the fruits of the spirit, I share the virtues, and as well, I have a bonus collection representing certain things that I discuss within this video. So you can check this out. It will be really informative for you as the reader. Great for journaling, great for exploring yourself when it comes to what you are trying to go towards or what you are lacking. And please leave a review on this product. Okay, so first things first, who is elevating you in your life? Like, I want you to take pen and paper and actually write this down. Who is elevating you in your life? One thing the word talks about is you will know them by their fruits. So this can apply even when it comes to your own discernment, right? Who, when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your family, who is making you happier? Who is teaching you skills? Who is having who is making you feel loved? Who is making you feel safe, comforted? Just even like you learning more about Christ, you learning more about certain things within your life. Who is actually evolving you? Like, actually look. A lot of you guys will have no one to write down. So the thing I want you to understand is that that's the first sign of you having discernment, is realizing who is for you and who is against you. Yes, it's true that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, but you also need to clean house on certain people or individuals that are blocking out what is meant for you in hindsight. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to discernment is your dreams. So, what is one way that God speaks to us or our guardian angels speak to us? It's through our dreams. So, through our dreams, we can receive guidance or messages from other people. You know, a lot of times when something's not good for you, you actually can get signs. So, your subconscious reveals things to you, because there's three types of dreams. There's dreams that are from God or angels, there's dreams that are from just your subconscious, then there's demonic dreams. So you have to decipher and you have to discern what this person is doing. Like, I've had dreams where I knew like this person wasn't good for me and I still let them into my life, and then it came to a point to where, okay, I actually saw who they actually were, and then I was like, oh, my dreams were correct. So your dreams subconsciously reveal things to you. You may not even recognize it. And as well, adding on to that, like, on a spiritual aspect, I want you to actually look at people on an energetic level. Like, look at somebody, look at their spirit man. does this person actually like themselves? How do they carry themselves? Because a lot of times you have to look at people behind the mask that they portray or what they foresee. Because I was watching this podcast where basically this CIA agent basically said that there's three lives that people have. There's the public life, then there's like your um, then there's your family life, then there's your secret life. So the secret life is who you actually portray yourself as, or whoever, the inner version of this individual. So you have to see, is that person really someone that has the best intentions for you, or are they really against you? Is this a mask that they're portraying? Like a lot of times I always say to not be desperate for something. Do not be desperate for friends. Do not be desperate for a relationship. Do not be desperate for a job, because a lot of times you will actually miss out on a lot of things that your subconscious mind actually picks up on about certain people, certain individuals. Because when you're desperate, you're operating on a lack mindset. So when you're operating on a lack mindset, you actually will have a lack of understanding when you engage with certain people, or you have certain experiences or encounters in this reality. Really, to go more in depth, I really want you to understand, like, this is why I even say, do not tell everybody what you're up to. Because what happens is they're either going to do two things. They're either going to be like, oh, wow, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. That's so good that that's going for you. That's good that you have these goals. And then they're going to go back to their own life. So it's like, okay, cool. Or they're really going to see, oh, wow, you have this business idea. Oh, wow, you're creating this book. Oh, wow, you're actually going for these goals. I hope you don't make it. I hope you don't surpass me. Because a lot of people, they have envy, they have jealousy, and that's just the unfortunate truth. People want to see you win, but never better than them. So you have to really like understand, like, privacy is actually protection. Privacy is protection. So acknowledging that with or without someone else's opinion, you're still going to do it. With or without your friend, with or without your parents, with or without this person's approval, will you still make those moves? Will you still actually decide, I am confident enough in my ability to make this decision? Whether or not it succeeds or not, I know that I can bounce back from it. That is how your mentality has to be. That is how you have to have that charisma within yourself. No matter what, I have to move, I have to go, because I am a spiritual being. I can go, I can flow into the desired reality that I actually want. When it comes to discernment, is unlocking your intuition, building a relationship with your intuition. So, what is our intuition? It's known as our gut feeling, or our God sense, which is the sixth sense, right? Because a lot of times you don't even know, like I've said this before, you can tell when someone you have a bad feeling about somebody, or something bad could happen to you, and you have this sensation over your body. That's your body reacting repulsively, like, oh, I don't really know if, like, I can trust this person. Or say somebody like asks more information about you and you decide, oh, I need to repel that. Maybe I shouldn't tell them that. That's your intuition protecting you. Or say like your intuition tells you you should go to this place at this time, or you should not go to this place at this time. You are being guided. You're being guided by your subconscious mind. And that's really God protecting you. That's God like moving through you. So follow your intuition. This is why I say it's good to connect with your intuition. That is what God placed upon us. As we are made in his image, we have this feeling that knows. Our soul knows where we're supposed to go, where we should not go, at least to a certain degree. So you have to look at the signs. You have to look and see, what are people telling you about yourself? What is God speaking through to people, through places, through situations and experiences? What are you looking at? What are you experiencing? Like, also, like, talk to yourself. Talk to who you are. Your mind is always there with you. No matter who walks in your life, no matter who leaves your life, your mind is always there with you. Your soul is always going to go to wherever life path it is in the next reality. When you talk to God, and as well, your soul is always going to be in an infinite space, and we want it to be in heaven. We don't want it to be in hell. We want you to go to heaven as a believer. As a believer, I want you to go to heaven, and you are, if you follow God and you put your faith in him. And that being said, as well, like, understanding that you have to really connect with God. You have to connect with your relationship with your Father, Because as you get to know God, then truly you will get to know who you are. Because when you start getting closer to God and you start letting go of these cardinalities, these traumas that you experience in your life, then you become authentic, you become pure, you become childlike. And as you become childlike in your spirit, you become youthful, you actually will then be able to attract what is meant for you, and your purpose will unlock. You can trust yourself, your intuition a lot, and not reject it and just listen to society, not listen to what your parents say or your friends say. You can actually have your own ideology. You can actually be an intellectual free thinker in this world. Next thing I want to talk about when it comes to boundaries: have no shame to walk away from anyone or anything. See, a person that is not fearful to walk away from anyone, anything, any relationship, any friendship, after they have done you wrong, after they've betrayed you, or they've really led you into a path where it became destructive, they hold all of the power. A person that knows no matter what, God has my back. I'm going to go towards this. And I truly believe that as long as I'm walking right with God, nothing will fail, because God is always the victor, no matter what. God always has the last laugh, not the enemy, not man. So when you know that, you can walk with your head held high in any room, in any position. It doesn't matter if anyone pulls you down, because it doesn't matter if the righteous fall down. A righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up again. And that is biblical. It doesn't matter if the wicked laugh at you. It doesn't matter if those that look with haughty eyes prey on your downfall. If you believe that God has your back, if you believe that no matter what, I will rise again from this, you will. That is when you have won. You know, Mark 6:11, it says, if you're not listened to, if you're not welcomed, quietly withdraw, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. So you have to learn to detach when you're not welcomed, when you're ignored, when people treat you like you are an option or like you're nothing. Like, understand that you have the freedom to actually go for friends that you want. You have the freedom to go for opportunities that you want. You have the freedom to go towards a relationship that you actually want. You have that ability because you are the one that can change yourself. Do not expect other people to change. Change yourself. You know, one of the big issues in this life is that whenever you're someone that has like this people pleaser mentality, right? Or, oh yeah, I need to put everyone else above me, you get left behind. You know, within a race, you know, I ran track growing up, and you're either the person on the sidelines or you're running the race. You can join them on the race. You can decide, I'm going to change myself. I'm going to go on this path, this journey. You versus you, elevating myself, accelerating myself. And you will go where you are destined to go. You will meet the people that you never thought that you would meet. You would meet opportunities into your reality that you never thought that you would attract. God will open up doors miraculously. They will fly open for you. Because when you have boundaries and you know that you can change yourself, not other people, your energy isn't leaking. Your people pleasing energy isn't leaking. You actually take all your power back to you. And this is so powerful when it comes to you having boundaries. As an empath, you have to have boundaries. If you're an empath, you love helping people, you have sympathy, so you want to help pour into them. You can only help people so much. You have to pour that energy back into you. You have to fill your cup. Because when your cup is full, you can actually help other people. And God is the one that fills your cup so you can splash it onto other people. But if you have your cup and you're just like, oh, I'm me, you're just splashing, 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 and your cup is leaking. And who's going to pour it back? These people won't pour it back. So you pour it back into yourself. You actually go towards people that will pour back into you. Go talk to your Father, which will pour back into you. Your cup will runneth over. That is why when it comes to having boundaries, I want you to really hold on to this concept. Do not be available or accessible to everybody at all times. Because what happens is when you do that, when you decide that is what you're going to do, you're always available, you're always accessible to everybody. Oh, I'll always pick up your call. Oh, I'll always text you. Oh, yeah, I'll always put you above me in every scenario, in every case. what happens is you're actually telling yourself you're not good enough. You're actually telling your inner child, no, these people are more important because I'm not important. And that is not true. You are good enough. You are just as good. So you have to recognize you have to become successful. You cannot just push everyone to the forefront and leave yourself behind, because who's going to pull you up? You have to pull you up. God has to pull you up, right? So what? You just help other people and you just go back to yourself and, oh, I helped them, but who's helping you? Who's elevating you? You cannot just be like at this level. You need to rise up, and you have to actually decide, you know what? I'm going to pour into myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to work on my physical fitness. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to actually take care of how I look on the outside. I'm going to heal the inside. I'm going to get closer to God. Like, actually do these things. Evolve yourself. Educate yourself. Learn skills. Build skills. Like, look and listen and see what are other people like teaching you. And how can I help people and provide a service to others? Like, recognizing that this life is an abundance. You are an abundant being. It's a luxury to be around you. It's a privilege to be in proximity to you. You know, like, even if you look at these designer bags, like that are like high end, right? They only sell to people that are upper middle class or rich, right? Why is that? Because they're exclusive. They are privileged to come into certain things, like certain products, right? That's how you have to treat yourself. It's a luxury to be around you. You are a high end individual. You are actually an amazing individual, and you deserve to be respected and treated well, because that is what you give out. You are love, so you should be loved. You should be cared. What you require is also what you give. That should be your mentality. Of course, God deserves love because He is the epitome of love. He is all loving. You see? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is realize when there's been an energy exchange within your life. So, what is an energy exchange? Basically, when you're around a person and afterwards, like say before, scan your energy. Say you feel great, you feel amazing, but after you were with this person, you feel terrible, you feel drained, you feel really bad, like you want to go to sleep all day long. There was an energy exchange, or you feel like really bad about yourself. That's an energy exchange that happened that was not supposed to take place. So you shared their energy, you took on their energy after you've given yourself away. Do not do that to people. Or as well, like even me, like because I'm very empathic, I can feel energy. Like say like you're with somebody, right? And you can like feel like, okay, oh wow, I'm feeling like anxious, I'm feeling very like unsure of myself, I'm feeling insecure. That's their energy. Like you don't need to take their energy as your energy. Like sometimes, like if you can feel someone's energy, you don't need to think it's yours, because if you walk out the door and you're feeling good and you're around certain people, like say you're in a setting where there's people and your energy shifts, it may just be that person's energy that you can feel, so don't take it as your own. You just may have that ability to feel their energy and what they're feeling. Okay, the next thing I want you to realize is that you create the boundaries that you have with every other person, with every other item. You can decide today, okay, you know what? This is my relationship dynamic with this person. You can decide today with any object, any any item, any certain like quality. This is my relationship. This is my dynamic that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna enforce and assert, and I am going to remove things. I'm gonna add things. You can do that. You can create boundaries with anything in your life, big or small. You can decide, say I have this book, right? This is my book, right? I can decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to read this book every single day. Or I can decide I'm not going to read this book only one poem every day, right? I can decide that. I can decide that. I can decide I'm going to talk to this person. I'm not going to talk to this person. I can decide, you know what? I don't want this relationship to go this way. I don't want this job to be all I have till I die. I want to go for something else. Like, understand that you can do that. Understand, you know what? This quality that I have about myself, that I'm angry all the time, I don't want that. I'm done with this. I'm going to work towards that. And I'm going to have a boundary towards anger. I'm going to actually learn to manage myself. You can decide that right now. You can decide, you know what? I'm going to actually write in my journal. Write in your journal, even like, like whether it's a journal that you have, whether it's a journal that is, like in the back of here, create a journal and actually implement that into your life. When it comes to having boundaries, like people tell me like all the time, like, how do you like detach from people or situations? Like, so how do you assert your boundaries? Realize that you don't really attach to a person fully majority of the time. A lot of times you attach to the memories, the experiences, the encounters, or the circumstances that you were put with them or around them, but you're not really attached to that person. You're attached to the experience of that person or the imagination of who that person is that you created them out to be. So what you have to do is detach from those experiences and say, it's an experience. I let it go. I'm done with this. It served its purpose. And if God tells you that it served its purpose and it's time for you to go, it's time for you to move on, you can do that. You can decide, I'm going to move on from that. This no longer exists in my reality no more. You have the ability to actually decide, I detach. I ascend consciousness towards what I actually want. And life will actually mirror that. Life will show. God will see, oh wow, he trusts me, she trusts me. I can actually help them get this next opportunity. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is do not lower yourself for anybody. Take yourself seriously. Like I said before, you are a privilege to be around. It's a luxury to be around you. Just because other people around you are abusing substances, abusing drugs, or say they're struggling with a bunch of things and they're not wanting to let go, they want to keep going back to toxic situations or dynamics, does that mean that that's what you want? If you're trying to break free, if you're trying to get closer to God, if you're trying to educate yourself, if you're trying to better who you are on the outside, internally, whatever the case may be, and you don't want to hang around people because you know that they're going to pull you down, or you don't want to go towards a certain religion, or you don't want to go towards a certain path, does that mean that you need to then be like, oh, this is all I have right now, let me just accept it, and then maybe one day I'll make it out? No, because you may never wake up. You may then just go subconscious, and you may not become conscious again to actually rewire your subconscious mind. You have to actually decide, today is the day. Now I'm going to jump. I'm going to move to where I need to move. I'm going to move where God destined me to be. By you having active faith and expectancy, that breeds results. Active faith plus expectancy breeds results. Accept that as your reality. Last but not least, when it comes to having boundaries, be scared of nobody and nothing. Why would I fear the one that can destroy the body when I know the one who can destroy both body and soul? Fear not the one that can destroy body, but both body and soul. That is an actual Bible verse. And it doesn't matter what man can do to you. God can do even better in your life. He can do great things for you in this life and in any lifetime. What man can try to take away from you, God can multiply. God can increase. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if someone's going to try to like kill you, steal from you, try to destroy you. You have to know, I am somebody that has morals and values, and I'm not going to lower them for anybody. This is what I want. This is where I'm going. And no matter what the enemy throws at me, no matter what life throws at me, like even with Job, I'm still going to rejoice. I'm still going to praise God. God loves me unconditionally. Therefore, I need to love him unconditionally. I need to trust him. I need to only fear God. I don't need to only fear the separation of God. That is the only thing. Fear of God is separation of God. That is the only thing you should fear. Because God is above anything of witchcraft, anything that is demonic, anything that the man can do. So when you know who your father is, that he is the one that can send Satan down like lightning. He is the one that can send plagues. He is the one that can destroy the earth during the rapture. He's coming with the sword. He is a God of war. He's a God of peace, but he is a God of war. God creates darkness, but he also creates light. It's only man that perverts it. But God destroyed man that perverted it once in the beginning. So who are you really afraid of? So I want you to realize that in this life, having discernment, having boundaries is really important. And I hope this video helped. Take what resonates and apply this to your life. And I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Please subscribe, like, comment, and God bless you. Amen.